It's Friday, September 5th.
Prime Minister, what did you accomplish?
Come tomorrow, we'll tell you.
After 2 days with his cabinet, Prime Minister Mark Carney will let the country know about his next moves today.
Must have hit the gas pedal by mistake instead of the brake and ran, and the only thing that stopped him was that cell tower.
Messy mishap. This car left dangling off a parking garage, sending concrete debris onto vehicles below. Fortunately, no one was injured.
I put in every movie. I usually am holding the Canadian mounted from planes, trains, and automobiles.
This year's Toronto International Film Festival begins with a celebration of the life and career of John Candy. And it was late, but it's here. Justin Bieber's Swag 2 album has arrived after some sort of technical delay, but it's here. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Good morning, Canada. Welcome to Your Morning. I'm Anne-Marie Mediwake.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Lindsey Deluce.
I'm Kelsey McEwen. Hope your Friday is off to a great start.
Let's start with news. On this Friday morning, Prime Minister Mark Carney is expected to make a series of announcements at 11 a.m. Eastern today, aimed at helping industries affected by the tariffs. Multiple sources have told CTV News. One of those announcements could involve changes to Ottawa's EV mandate. So these mandates include policies like sales targets for zero-emission vehicles and clean fuel regulations. They were put in place by Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's government. Today's announcement, it's happening in Toronto, where the Prime Minister and his cabinet wrapped up 2 days of meetings.
There'll be adjustment in different places, but at the same time, we're going to be empathic to make sure that we're always there for Canadians.
So that was Finance Minister François-Philippe Champagne answering a question about possible government job cuts. The minister says he heard back from his other cabinet members about his ask for 15% spending cuts in their departments over 3 years. This comes as the latest round of job losses hit workers at Libraries and Archives Canada, along with the Public Health Agency of Canada as well. Sectoral tariffs remain the main focus in trade talks with the U.S.
Those discussions start by having base understandings, common understandings of a series of potential options that may ultimately form what the Prime Minister said would be a series of small deals.
Canada-U.S. Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc says Ottawa is working with the U.S. government to find common ground, right, to improve the tariffs on steel, aluminum, copper, along with the auto industry. He spoke alongside Industry Minister Melanie Joly on the sidelines of this week's cabinet meeting, saying the Americans agreed to dig into the technical details during a meeting with U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick last week. In other news today, 2 Canadians are believed to have been killed in the tram crash in Lisbon. At least 16 people were killed when this tram derailed, slammed into a building. Portuguese officials are in the process of identifying victims. Global Affairs Canada says it is aware that 2 Canadian citizens are missing. They're working with authorities in Lisbon. Part of the wreckage has now been removed as investigators investigate the crash. This type of cable car, it is popular with both people who live in the city and tourists. It carries more than 3.5 million passengers every single year. Emotions are high on a Manitoba First Nation after a mass stabbing left a woman dead and multiple people badly injured.
And my prayers goes to the people that are in the hospital right now, recovering. Now, and I'll ask the community to continue to pray for them.
It's just horrific. Police say 8 people were found severely injured in 2 homes on Hollow Water First Nation, which is just northeast of Winnipeg. The suspect has been identified by RCMP as 26-year-old Tyrone Simard. Police say another victim was his 18-year-old sister. Simard died after the stolen vehicle he was driving collided with a police car. This incident comes 3 years to the day of a mass stabbing on James Smith Cree Nation in Saskatchewan, but RCMP say they believe the date is just a coincidence. 4 months after a deadly attack at a street festival in Vancouver, the city is planning to make some changes to improve safety at public events.
There's not a single city on the planet that can eliminate all risk all the time. But what we can do is plan smarter, act faster.
A review on safety at public events came back with 8 recommendations. So the recommendations include calls for improvements on protecting people from vehicle attacks. 11 people were killed when a car rammed into the Lapu Lapu Street Festival. The city now plans to follow new guidelines on using barriers and retrofit public spaces to make them more resistant to vehicle attacks. This is definitely not something you see every day. This car dangling from the 4th floor of a parking garage, which also caused a concrete wall to fall 4 stories onto 3 more vehicles below.
I never see nothing like this. I've been driving tow truck for a while now, and this is crazy.
And the only thing that stopped him was that cell tower. Otherwise, if he had hit the wall, he would have come directly right out into the parking lot.
This is wild. This happened at a parking lot outside of a Mississauga hospital. You can see, I mean, the front wheels are dangling over the edge. The bumper's just hanging there. And then that's the wall, guys. That's the wall that basically flattened those 3 cars. It's a concrete wall that fell. Fortunately, no one was inside those vehicles. Peel police say a car collided with a concrete barrier, broke free, landed on the parked cars below. 2 people suffered very minor injuries. The car was eventually towed out. Officials say there's no concern regarding the structural integrity of the parking garage. Wow. Well, it wasn't quite the midnight drop that was promised, but Justin Bieber did eventually release his new double album, Swag 2, earlier this morning. Let's take a listen.
I don't really need a reason to star you, that's all you. Don't pretend I got a reason to call you, it's not true.
It's one of his new songs. It's called Speed Demon. The album was a few hours late. Bieber was aware of that. He was posting on social media saying there was a problem uploading it to Spotify and Apple Music. In one post he wrote, "I'm sorry for the wait. They're telling me any second." This album is part 2 of the first Swag album, which was released on July 11th. All right, so the stars were out for the start of this year's Toronto International Film Festival.
There's a little plane, a train, an automobile there. I don't know. Got some picture of him. On the back, I got his coordinates from Newmarket, Ontario.
Very cool. Ryan Reynolds showing off his John Candy themed blazer on the red carpet. So he was there with the Candy family, which is so lovely. This is for the world premiere of John Candy, I Like Me. Oh, I'm really looking forward to this. The documentary tells the story of the life, the triumphs, the challenges of the legendary Canadian comedian. This was just day 1. Expect plenty of A-listers to roll through town. This is the 50th edition of the Toronto International Film Festival. We're going to have more with Rad coming up. He's going to tee up some Canadian content for us. But in the meantime, off to a pretty great start.
What a great kickoff.
Yeah.